Hey YouTubers, Wet Movie 1 here, coming by with just some of my favorite horror movies of all time, just to show you some of them and talk a little bit about some of them, because you guys have been requesting videos from me to show my collection and stuff like that. I'm going to have to do that sooner or later, showing you bits and pieces of my collection and stuff. But right now I'm just going to show you some of my my all-time favorite horror films, because I know that's what all you guys would like to see. This box set right here is really precious to me. This is the Dawn of the Dead, Ultimate Edition. But the only thing that's different about this one is that it's signed by Ken Foree and George Romero. I went to this convention called the Weekend of Horrors. I think it was 2009 or something. And yeah, Ken Foree signed it for me, and I got it signed from George Romero for free because Slippy, or Michael Felsher, was like his guy. You know how different celebrity people have their people that take the money before the autograph happens. Before you wait in line and you pay someone, and then you go up to the celebrity, if the celebrity is as big as George Romero. And I went up there earlier that day, and I saw Michael Felsher walking around, and I'm like, oh shit, you're that guy from Ultimate Film Fanatic and shit. And I interviewed him. It's on my YouTube page here, Fangoria Weekend of Horror Interviews or whatever. And I interviewed Michael Felsher, and then I went into line for George Romero later on that day. And I didn't know Michael Felsher was his guy, so Michael just said, go ahead, go. And then I didn't have to pay for George Romero's autograph. But this is one of my all-time favorite movies. I don't really need to talk about it because a lot of you guys already know what this movie is. It was a zombie movie, one of the best zombie movies ever made. And there's people get stuck in the mall, zombies in the mall. Scary shit happens. But yeah, this is the Ultimate Edition. I'm not going to take it out. It's like a bunch of discs in there. And yeah, George Romero's Dawn of the Dead. Next one here, not a lot of people talk about, but it's one of my favorite ones because when I first saw it, it really freaked me out. I was watching it, I got all into it. I'm like, oh shit. It's an independent film, but it was shot really well and done really well. And it's called If I Die Before I Wake. It's about this suburban family just chilling, doing their thing. And they're all going up to go to sleep and shit. And then these two guys burst into their home. Just ransack the place and go up to the bedroom and torture the mom and brother and dad and everything. Yet the two guys that are in the house don't know that there's a daughter and a younger daughter, a little girl, in the other room, and the older sister's trying to keep the little girl quiet. Trying to make no noise so those two crazy fucks in the house don't know they're there. And it's just pretty much that, the older sister trying to keep her sister and herself safe while her parents are getting fucked up and her mom's getting raped and shit. It's all kinds of fucked up, but it's done really well. It really freaked me out when I first saw it. It's 77 minutes, so it's not that long. It's pretty much like a home invasion type of movie, but the older daughter is trying to keep the little girl quiet, and while all this bad shit's happening upstairs and in the house. Man, this movie was sick, dude. And it's not that expensive to find on Amazon either. But this is one of the ones I want to talk. I just wanted to share with you guys, because I know I haven't seen this in anybody's videos. I thought it was done really well. I really do recommend that one. And this next one, a lot of you guys know already, and that is Wes Craven's People Under the Stairs. There's not much to say about this one, man. It's just pure fucking fun. Yeah, crazy. People go to the house, there's shits in the house, people living in the house, shit's all up in the house. Do I have to say anything else? People Under the Stairs, man. That's the jam right there. Put up by Wes Craven. There's no special features on this. This is kind of sad because it's one of my favorite Wes Craven movies next to the nightmare movies that he's done. Actually, this is probably right here. Sorry, this is not part of the thing, but this right here, this box set, Nightmare on Elm Street. This is my favorite horror franchise. If people want to know, Nightmare on Elm Street is one of my favorite ones. I have a couple of the single disc editions of these, they came in the red cases, the single ones, and I have the first one autographed by Wes Craven. And yeah, it's in my other shelf over there somewhere. But I had to get the box set too, back when it was what, $15 or something. And yeah, that's People Under the Stairs, and my favorite horror franchise of all time, Nightmare on Elm Street. And this next one right here, I have to put it on the list. It's called Session 9. About these people going into this abandoned building to try to fix it up to make it, be usable, and then they find these tapes and crazy shit's going down, lights turning off, turning on. It's kind of like Paranormal Activity, but done a lot better. It's pretty cool, man. Session 9. Oh, dude, it has stars Brendan Sexton III. He was also in, you know, like Empire Records and Welcome to the Dollhouse. If you guys ever seen Welcome to the Dollhouse and shit. He's that one kid that goes up to that girl and is like, I want to rape you. I'm like, what the fuck kind of crazy movie was that? But yeah, that's Brendan Sexton III. I'm a big fan of his, and he's in this movie, Session 9. Gotta check this shit out, guys. Highly, highly, highly recommended. I know I'm not getting into it because I'm kind of sick and my head's all kinds of fucked up right now. And we call it these next ones right here. I count them as one, but even though the first one's a lot better than the second two, I'm just gonna show them all because I count it all as one to me. But the first one is the one you need to check out, and that is Cube, the cool science fiction horror film. Right in the first like 2 minutes of the movie, dude gets cut up into a million pieces. The effects kind of suck. These, you know, if you watch it now, the special effect in the beginning of it kind of sucks. But it's these guys. It's kind of like how Saw is in a way. But these guys are stuck in cubes and trying to get into different rooms to try to get out of the cube and shit. And there's like when you open the door, there could be different little traps going down. It's whacked out. You know, it's like say you fall asleep and you wake up and you're in this like weird, you know, room. It's like a big cube. And then you open doors and you go in. It's just another cube of like different color, or this like just another same thing that you're in. But yet there could be a trap in there and get you sliced up. Man, it's jacked up, man. It's awesome, dude. Cube, the first one, and then they made it's called Cube 2 Hypercube. Well, it was cool, but then they made Cube 0. I'm like, but yeah, dude, the Cube movies, they're fun. They're fun watches. I recommend you check them out, especially the first one. Yeah, it's pretty much that's what it is. You know, people wake up, they're in the cube, people going crazy because they can't get out. They keep going to different rooms. People are getting killed, you know, by different devices and things, and they're just getting crazy because they can't get out. It's nutty and cool. Cube, check it out. And my last one I want to show right now. I have other ones I'll show, but this is like just a different, you know, like the first volume of some of my favorite horror films. And the last one I want to show you is one of my favorite ones, and it's called stars Edward Furlong, and it's called Brain Scan. Yeah, dude. If you guys ever seen this movie, you know what I'm talking about right now. This movie's a jam. It's about this kid. It's all up in the video games in like their mid to late 90s or whatever, or like mid 90s or something. And he's always playing computer games and things and watching horror movies and you know, he has like this horror film class that he's in at school. That it's like a, you know, like a special thing that he just puts on for different kids that want to come in and shows weird horror movies. And he plays, like I said, he plays games, and he orders this weird game online, and it comes and he puts the game in. He's playing the game, and he gets, you know, he's in the game, and then he's like killing people. Like, you know, he's walking down the street and he goes into this. He's like, go into this house. All right, grab the knife. You know, and he's like grabs the knife like how a game would be. All right, slice him up. You know, and then he was like, whoa, and then he's done playing the game. He wakes up the next morning, and there's a murder, you know, down the street, and it's the person that he actually killed in the fucking game. So is it a game, or is he fucking really killing these people? You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. It's like one of those things, like, you know, it's like, whoa, I thought it was just a game. That guy's really dead and shit. You know, is he playing a game, or is he actually killing these people because he's nutty? You have to check this shit out, dude, and you have to check out the trickster, man, the guy that comes out of the game to talk to Edward Furlong. Holy shit, dude, that's a trickster on the cover right there, man. Woo! Man, this movie's nuttier than fuck, but like it's one of my favorite ones. Sorry about that, my camera cut off when I didn't know, but yeah, Brain Scan, check it out. It's killer. I haven't seen that many people talk about it over the years, so check it out, man. Trickster, woo! Craziness. And one last thing I want to talk about before I go is another horror franchise that I really like. I don't know if I can really call it a franchise, because it was a trilogy, but then they made a fourth one a year or so ago, like, or at least like probably three or 4 years ago, but it came out a year or so ago. And that is right here, Sleepaway Camp, the survival kit. Man, this shit was a jam when it came out. I bought the VHS tapes when it came out. The VHS tapes covers are pretty much the same as the covers that you see in the box set. I even have this one by itself here. You know, when it first came out, because this wasn't out yet when I got this. And Sleepaway Camp, you can't go wrong. Angela, this one's actually signed by Felissa Rose. Angela herself from the first movie. And yeah, it's just about, you know, camp counselor, a girl going to camp. In the first one, girl going to camp, people dying, shit's going down. Who's doing the killing? Oh. And then in part 2 and 3, you know who the killer is. And it's just, you know, you're just sitting there waiting for people to get knocked off and shit. You know, it's just good, cheesy fun. If you guys never seen the Sleepaway Camp series, I highly suggest it. I know this version is probably out of print now with the, you know, the logo on it. But I wish, because I got this one at first, like, the week it came out, right? And then, like, a little later on, they came out with that one with that 4th bonus disc. I'm like, God damn it. I know the bonus disc is probably horseshit anyway. But it would have been cool to have that, but whatever. But that's the Sleepaway Camp trilogy up there, the survival kit. And thank you guys so much for coming by. Hopefully I do a couple more in this series of some of my favorite horror films and talk about them and show them to you and stuff. And yeah, thanks for coming by, and I'll see you guys all later. Stay scared.